Hello, everyone. Our final project is MBTI personality analysis and prediction. I'm Jiarong Shi. Other two members are Qingcheng Yu and Yutao Zhou. Next. First, let me briefly introduce our project. Our goal is to design a personality predict system. The input of our system is user's Twitter username, and it should return MBTI personality type predicted by based on users' tweets. Generally, people get their personality type by filling out some questionnaires. However, by using social platform data, we could train and compare different classification models, and we can pick the best one and combine it into a user-friendly web application. So the user could get their personality type result faster and easier. Also, it gives users a simple start point to understand themselves. Next. So for the workflow of our system, firstly, the user will enter his or her Twitter username, and the web application will get request data from Twitter API. After that, the text data will be cleaned and processed into vectors, which could be sent into our pre-trained NLP model. Finally, the predicted personality result will be displayed to user after virtualization. The whole web application is deployed on GCP. Next. Our project involves two types of data. The first one is MBTI personality dataset. We use it to build our model. It is provided by Kaggle, and it has about 106,000 records of posts and corresponding personality types. Also, the data was collected from two distinct social platforms, which is Reddit and Personality Cafe form. The second type of our data is Twitter streaming data. We use it to do prediction. Generally, we use Twitter API to get the latest 100 posts of certain user. Also, it allows 1,500 requests per 15-minute window. Next.
So because we have two parts of data, so each of them is needed to do the data cleaning. So first, for the streaming data from Twitter API, we have to filter the punctuation, the stop words, and emoji in the original data. And also, we have to implement the lemmatization for the Twitter data to convert the format of the text to the normal state. Then finally, we have to reconstruct the text to the equal size chunks, which contains 500 words. This is the same format to the data we got in the MBTI datasets. There are two situations. If the text has less than 500 words, we will recapture the data again to satisfy the constraint. And if the text has larger than 500 words, we have to intercept the first 500 words from the text. This is another part of our data, which is MBTI datasets. You can see the samples in the dataset distribute are imbalanced. There are some of features only contain a few records. So we call this minority classes. And to solve this imbalance problem, we try to approach oversampling method. First is random oversampling. They just randomly duplicate the samples from the minority classes. And it has a flaw that does not give a variation to the machine learning model and has limited performance improvement. So finally, we decided to use another method, which is SMOT. It is a better method for the text classification because it synthesizes the new examples from the minority classes. And you can see after the oversampling, each classes has the same size of data. So then we do the model training for our text classification. So there are totally 6 models after the SMOT oversampling. They are the naive Bayes use Bernoulli distribution. Naive Bayes use complement distribution, logistic regression, linear support vector machine, KNN, and finally the random forest. So compare the three parameters we got, which is precision, recall, and F1 score. The best model we have is the logistic regression. So you can see the metrics in the right-hand side. So for most classes, the precision are greater than 0.95. So, and the overall precision is 0.94. For this best model, we store this in our web application, so we do not need to spend much time for training the dataset again and again.
And now let me talk about our web application. So we have developed our web application by using Python, and we use a Python package called Flask that take care of the deployment for the application. And we write our web application content by writing HTML, JavaScript, and CSS files. And here is a little demo for our application. When users come to our web application, this is the first landing page they will see. And they can enter their username. I'll use my Twitter username as an example. When they enter their Twitter username, we will fetch data from Twitter API and to get all of the nearest 100 tweets from that user. And then we will use that data to let the model to predict the user's personality. And as you can see, the prediction result for me is Sophos Scholar is the INTP. And then there's like a brief introduction for the personality type. And we have also listed some of the job preference for them. And here in the similar people section, it will show other celebrities that also have the same personality types. And last but not least, we have a word cloud that point out some keywords that people with that kind of personality would tweet out. And on the top right, we have a personality type button there. And as you can see, there are 16 types of personalities, and you can check them out, and it will show the same structure. And for the About page, we have introduced why we use MBTI, why does it matter, and you can also contact us by clicking the contact button there. So for the model and dataset page, we have briefly introduced our model and also introduce our some characteristics about our dataset. And then there's some plots about our dataset, how we do the oversampling and the training result for the model. And also, last but not least, we have already deployed our web application, and you can access it by entering this public IP address. And feel free to check it out. Thank you.